Darwin looked into it further. He realized that the different beaks matched the type of food available on each island. The finches who ate insects had skinny, pointed beaks, so they could pick them up better. And those that ate hard fruits had beaks that were sharp.
Okay, so we're getting to it here. Stick with me.
Darwin decided that there was only one way that this could have happened. The birds must have adapted to their environment
to their environment over time.
Another idea, which he called...
Okay, guys, so what they just said is that the birds have adapted to their environments over time. They've literally changed, evolved, or adapted to their environment over time. The fossils of plants and animals that we find today show us these adaptations that they've made to their environments. Okay, so that was important. Let's go to the next slide. So let's look at some examples of these adaptations and evolved fossils. The first one we're going to look at is the saber-toothed tiger. Okay, that's this guy, the saber-toothed tiger. He evolved to just the normal tiger. See his teeth? Really different than the tiger teeth that they have today. These saber-toothed tigers had large teeth for slashing and stabbing large animals like mammoths. That's a giant elephant. They went extinct, or they died out. There's no more of them due to climate change. Tigers, or that's like the weather changing. Tigers are hunters. The striped skin or fur of a tiger is an adaptation for survival in the tropical forests. Grasslands. Tigers have stripes. See, this guy's just got a little bit of spots, but this tiger, the adapted, evolved one, has big stripes. These stripes are an adaptation because they help the tiger easily hide from the prey. Their camouflage allows them the best chance to catch their prey. So, how did the tiger adapt? Well, it doesn't need those extremely long teeth anymore, so that changed. They just have kind of normal-sized teeth for tigers. Still large, but not this size. And their camouflage, their stripes changed as well. They adapted over time. The fossils show us that. Okay, another one is mammoths evolved to elephants. They adapt. So let's see how these adaptations change. What do you notice between the difference of this fossils and the normal elephant, between the mammoth and the elephant? Take a second. Did you immediately notice that the tusks on this mammoth are so much longer than the tusks on this elephant? Yep, good one. How about the ears? Did you notice that? Well, let's read a little bit about it. Okay, so another one is the fur. Mammoths had fur and extra layers of fat to keep them warm against harsh, cold climates. Their shortened ears, their small ears, were an important cold weather adaptation because it made it hard to get frostbite and to lose heat. They also had these super long tusks to rub the ground to look for food and scrape the bark off of trees. Unlike elephants today, the mammoths there were more predators to protect themselves from. So they had to hide from more things that were trying to eat them. So their tusks are extra long to protect from those predators. Elephant doesn't have as many predators today. That's why its tusks are shorter. They don't have to defend the same way that mammoths did. They became extinct from hunters for their wool and tusks, as well as climate change. Their climate went from cold to hot. So you can see the adaptation changes are the tusks changed, the ears changed, and even the fur, the wool changed from the mammoth to the elephant. So the fossils show us a lot of that information of how elephants have changed over time. Another one to notice is how the auk evolves to penguins. So here's the auk, okay, and here's the penguin today. The wing shape and longer bodies of the auks were found in the northern hemisphere, while penguins are found in the southern hemisphere. These auks became extinct by hunters. So see the small wings on this penguin? Even the beaks look different, right? So these are how penguins have changed. Even the feet actually look a little different than this penguin's feet. Not only does this one have black feet and this one orange, but look how far out the legs go on this one. Even in this fossil, you see the bone goes out like this. And the penguins don't really seem to have that bone. It kind of looks like theirs goes almost straight down and then into feet. So that's an interesting part of the auk too. So anyway, we see how the auk has adapted over time to become this penguin today. Another fun one to talk about is the megalodon shark. Then versus the shark now. So the megalodon, maybe you've heard it before, is like a giant shark. Millions of years ago, large sharks swam in the ocean in order to survive, especially from the shark called mosasaurs. Sharks had to evolve to be at the top of the food chain. The existence of large, filter-feeding marine mammals meant a continuous supply of large-sized prey, which can feed megalodon's own massive bulk. They became extinct due to lack of prey and increased competition from predators. So you can see that they have changed over time to be the shark that we know today, which means smaller, not these crazy things on the side, normal sharks today. Those are the adaptations from megalodon to shark now. Okay, so we have seen how animals have adapted over time and changed. But now we also want to talk about the environments and fossils. Fossils can tell us about the environment and what it was like a long time ago. So let's play a game. Can you guess which environment these fossils came from? The environments we're looking at today are ocean, river, rainforest, and Arctic tundra. That just means like a really, really cold place, like where polar bears and penguins live. Okay, so here we go. Ocean, river, rainforest, Arctic tundra. Which place is this fossil from? Take a guess. Ocean, rainforest, river, or Arctic tundra? Well, this fossil is a catfish. And you usually find catfish in a river. So river is the correct answer. So the river. All right, the next one we're going to look at is going over there. Okay, can you tell me where would this fossil have come from? The ocean, rainforest, river, or Arctic tundra? Well, this fossil is a woolly mammoth. That might give you a hint there now. Maybe you want to change your answer. And the woolly mammoth are found in the Arctic tundra. The Arctic tundra is a super cold place, remember? And the woolly mammoth are from there. Okay, so now can you tell me where would this fossil have come from? The ocean, rainforest, river, or Arctic tundra? This fossil is it is a whale. Where would you find whales usually? In an ocean, that's right. And if you look closely here, it looks like it's going down to become some kind of tail. Okay, this one's tricky. Can you tell me what is this fossil from? The ocean, rainforest, river, or Arctic tundra? It's a jellyfish. And jellyfish are from the ocean, right? Exactly. Okay, what about this one? Where would this be from? The ocean, rainforest, river, or Arctic tundra? Oops. Well, this one is a plant. So that should probably give you a hint right there. It's a fern. And you would likely find this plant in a rainforest, right? All the other ones are aquatic environments, right? But this plant is probably from a terrestrial one, like a rainforest. Okay, here's another one. It's an animal. Where would you find it? In the ocean, rainforest, river, or Arctic tundra? This one's a little tricky. Okay, so this specific fossil is a crayfish. A crayfish. If you don't know what that is, it's usually something you use for bait. You find it in rivers. So the environment is a river. Okay, now this one is a tricky one. Where did this fossil come from? What's the environment? That's right. If you didn't guess it already, this is a whale. And it comes from the ocean. Do you see how big it is? How many bones there are? It came up and washed offshore. And they found it over half a mile away from the beach. That's a long way. Okay, so some other things you need to know about fossils. Areas that were once shallow oceans are now land and even deserts. So we can find some fossils there. Water and rock are constantly changing. The deeper you dig, the older the fossils become and the more adaptations you'll see inside of a species. Okay, and that's it. So now your job is to tell me, what can we learn about adaptations and the environment by looking at fossils? That's what you need to write in this box right here. What can we learn about adaptations and the environment by looking at fossils?